The old Palace of Westminster burned to the ground in 1834. Without urgent restoration, it's feared a similar disaster could befall its Victorian replacement too. But now the organisation set up in 2018 to manage the huge renovation project has been scrapped after estimating the bill would reach £7 billion at least.
I could weep for the 5 years we've lost. Now we have no sponsor body, no plans to carry out the work, and still argument about whether we should stay in the building while the work is done or not. This is not about us as MPs, it's about the building that belongs to the country.
Without full-scale restoration, the current bill just to keep the building safe is £2.5 million a week. There are round-the-clock fire patrols and work to repair crumbling masonry is constantly underway. Here in St Stephen's Hall, which had to be rebuilt after the catastrophic fire of 1834, work has been going on over the past year to painstakingly restore the Victorian ceiling. But the real renovation challenge is under our feet. We were refused access to film in the basement, but archive shows a labyrinth of gas and dripping water pipes threaded alongside miles of electric wiring and a Victorian sewage pumping system. The site is also riddled with asbestos. In 2018, Parliament voted to move out for the project and set up an independent sponsor body of experts and politicians to lead it. Last year, they published estimates predicting the work would cost between £7 and £13 billion and take up to 28 years. If MPs, Lords and staff stay put, the bill could reach £22 billion and last as long as 76 years.
It's ridiculous. We can't have some vastly expensive gold-plated plan, especially when the economy is in tatters. You don't need to move everybody out.
But the experts argue that not moving out will be more expensive, more disruptive, more dangerous.
MPs don't mind having to move out for a time, but nobody wants to move out for some hugely long period that we might never get back.
MPs and Lords have now abolished the sponsor body and brought the project in-house. Meanwhile, debate continues about where they'd even move out to, with millions spent on plans for venues in London, but ministers also suggesting York or Stoke-on-Trent.
We just need to crack on and do it, and instead we circle back round all the time and change decisions. There's been something like over 50 fire incidents in the recent decade, and any one of them could have resulted in a kind of Notre Dame style absolute burning down of the palace.
Parliament told us members have agreed to prioritise safety critical work, and they're getting on with plans for the complex restoration and developing a wide set of options. But as their Georgian predecessors discovered, if they delay, the costs could get much higher. I'm Andrea Leadsom, Sky News, Westminster.